It's probably fair to say that expectations from Theresa May's Brussels outing were always going to be low. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker has said yet again in public that the chances of progress are slim. Mrs May's clear enough in her intentions. She wants to reopen the deal that was hammered out over 2 years of negotiations.
I've underlined the need for us to see legally binding changes to the backstop that ensure that it cannot be indefinite. That's what is required if a deal is to pass the House of Commons. We've agreed that work to find a solution will continue at pace. Time is of the essence, and it's in both our interests that when the UK leaves the EU, it does so in an orderly way.
It's possible Mrs May could come home with some non-legally binding assurances, but they'd likely fall far short of bringing on side the Brexit hardliners in her parliamentary party. All this as 3 of Mrs May's members of Parliament resigned from the party in protest at her handling of Brexit. Further evidence, if it were needed, that the fabric of British politics is beginning to unravel under the stresses and strains of Brexit. Their dramatic departure from the ranks of the ruling Conservatives followed hard on the heels of 8 members from the Labour opposition resigning for 2 reasons, they said: Brexit and institutionalised anti-Semitism in the party. None of this fundamentally changes the arithmetic of voting on Brexit in Parliament. Another critical vote next week, by the way, but it's a measure of the precarious nature of British politics, which Brexit negotiators in Brussels find so very alarming. Richard Bestick, CGTN, London.